You might think having a partner in your 60s and beyond brings happiness and security, but what if I told you it could actually do more harm than good? Society tells us that being in a relationship is the key to a fulfilling life, but new research suggests that staying single might be the real secret to happiness, health, and freedom. Millions of older adults struggle with stress, financial burdens, and even health problems because of their relationships, yet they never stop to question if being single might be the better option. In this video, we will explore 5 surprising reasons why staying single after 60 might actually lead to a longer, healthier, and more peaceful life. Stay with me until the end because the last reason is something most people don't realize until it's too late. Society has always pushed the idea that being in a relationship means happiness, security, and fulfillment, but is that really true for older adults? Many people over 60 stay in relationships out of habit, social pressure, or fear of loneliness without realizing the hidden costs to their health and well-being. As we age, our priorities change, health challenges become more common, financial concerns grow, and emotional stress from relationships can take a serious toll, yet most people never question whether staying single might actually be a better choice. Studies have shown that toxic or stressful relationships can lead to higher blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. For many seniors, these negative effects outweigh the benefits of companionship. But here's the good news: staying single after 60 isn't something to fear. In fact, it can open the door to greater freedom, self-discovery, and a healthier, more fulfilling life ahead. In this video, we will break down 5 powerful reasons why staying single might be the best decision you ever make, and why so many older adults are now choosing to embrace the single life. When you're single after 60, you have full control over your time, decisions, and lifestyle without the stress that often comes with relationships. Many older adults find themselves in relationships that require constant compromise, emotional effort, and even caregiving responsibilities, which can lead to increased stress and exhaustion. Being in a relationship means adjusting to another person's habits, schedules, and expectations, which can sometimes be overwhelming, especially if there are disagreements about daily routines, finances, or health choices. Studies have shown that high levels of stress in relationships can contribute to serious health issues like high blood pressure, weakened immune function, and poor sleep quality. On the other hand, single seniors often experience a greater sense of peace and independence. They can wake up when they want, eat what they enjoy, and plan their days without worrying about accommodating a partner's needs. One real-life example is Linda, a 65-year-old woman who was in a stressful marriage for decades. After her divorce, she noticed an immediate improvement in her mental health. She started traveling, joined a local book club, and finally felt free to live life on her own terms without the daily conflicts that once drained her energy. Staying single after 60 doesn't mean isolation. It means freedom from unnecessary stress and the ability to shape your life exactly the way you want without compromise. And in the long run, less stress means better physical and mental health, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. Money is one of the biggest sources of stress in relationships, and as we age, financial security becomes even more important. Being in a relationship after 60 often means sharing expenses, but it also means dealing with your partner's financial habits, debts, and unexpected medical costs. Many seniors find themselves arguing over spending habits, retirement savings, or healthcare expenses, which can create tension and uncertainty in a time of life that should be peaceful and stress-free. Studies show that financial disagreements are one of the leading causes of stress in older couples, sometimes even leading to divorce or separation. When you're single, you have complete control over your finances. You decide how to spend, save, and invest your money without worrying about a partner's debts or spending habits. This means you can focus on your financial goals, whether that's traveling, enjoying hobbies, or simply maintaining a comfortable lifestyle in retirement. Take the example of James, a 68-year-old man who was married for over 30 years. His wife had expensive spending habits, which put a strain on their retirement savings. After their divorce, James was able to rebuild his finances, stick to a budget, and feel more secure in his future. He now enjoys financial freedom without having to compromise on his financial decisions. Staying single after 60 allows you to protect your financial stability and make choices that align with your personal goals instead of constantly worrying about how a partner's financial habits might impact your future. Many people assume that being in a relationship automatically leads to better health, but the reality is more complex. While a happy and supportive relationship can be beneficial, a stressful or demanding relationship can take a serious toll on both physical and mental health. As we age, our bodies require more rest, proper nutrition, and lower stress levels. However, being in a relationship, especially one filled with conflict or emotional strain, can lead to chronic stress, which has been linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, weakened immune function, and even a shorter lifespan. When you're single after 60, you have more time to focus on your own well-being. You can prioritize healthy eating, exercise, and self-care without the distractions or pressures that often come with a relationship. Many single seniors report having better sleep, improved mental clarity, and more energy compared to those in complicated or stressful relationships. Consider the story of Mary, a 62-year-old woman who was constantly stressed in her marriage. After becoming single, she noticed an improvement in her sleep patterns, started meditating daily, and even took up hiking, something her former partner never enjoyed. Within months, her energy levels increased and she felt healthier than she had in years. Choosing to stay single allows you to focus on your health without compromise. You can structure your lifestyle in a way that supports your physical and emotional well-being, leading to a longer and more fulfilling life. One of the biggest misconceptions about being single after 60 is that it leads to loneliness, but studies show that single seniors often have stronger and more active social lives compared to those in relationships. When you're in a relationship, especially one that requires constant effort and compromise, you may unintentionally neglect friendships and social activities. Many older adults in relationships become so focused on their partner that they lose touch with friends, stop engaging in social events, or miss out on opportunities to meet new people. Over time, this can lead to isolation if the relationship becomes stressful or if a partner passes away. On the other hand, single seniors tend to prioritize friendships, community involvement, and hobbies. They have the freedom to travel, join clubs, volunteer, and build meaningful connections with people who share their interests. In fact, research has found that seniors with strong social networks tend to live longer, experience less depression, and have better cognitive health than those who rely only on a partner for companionship. Take the example of Robert, a 70-year-old man who was in a long-term relationship but found himself disconnected from his friends. After his relationship ended, he started attending social gatherings, took up painting, and reconnected with old friends. Within months, he felt happier, more engaged, and realized he had a stronger support system than he ever had while in a relationship. Staying single allows you to invest in friendships and community rather than depending on just one person for emotional support, and in the long run, having a diverse and active social life leads to greater happiness and a sense of belonging. As we age, one of the most important things we can do is focus on personal happiness and self-fulfillment. When you're in a relationship, especially one that requires emotional energy and compromise, you might not have the time or freedom to fully explore your own passions and interests. Many seniors in relationships find themselves adjusting their lives to accommodate their partner's needs, routines, or limitations. This can sometimes mean giving up hobbies, dreams, or personal goals simply to maintain harmony in the relationship. But when you're single after 60, you have the opportunity to truly focus on yourself. You can spend your time doing what makes you happy, whether that's traveling, learning new skills, picking up a creative hobby, or simply enjoying the peace and freedom of living life on your own terms. For example, Susan, a 66-year-old woman, had always wanted to write a book, but her marriage and family responsibilities never gave her the time. After becoming single, she finally pursued her dream, published her first novel, and felt a deep sense of personal accomplishment that she never experienced before. Scientific studies show that seniors who actively engage in personal growth activities experience greater life satisfaction, better cognitive health, and even increased longevity. Choosing to stay single after 60 isn't about avoiding relationships, it's about embracing the opportunity to build a life that truly fulfills you without compromise. By prioritizing your own happiness and self-development, you create a future where every day is meaningful and designed around what brings you the most joy. Society has always told us that being in a relationship is the key to happiness, but as we've seen, that's not always true, especially after 60. Staying single doesn't mean loneliness or missing out on love. Instead, it can mean freedom, reduced stress, better health, stronger friendships, financial stability, and the ability to focus on personal growth. For many older adults, being single actually leads to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Instead of dealing with relationship stress, financial compromises, or emotional burdens, you can design your life exactly how you want it, full of activities, friendships, and goals that bring you joy. So if you're over 60 and single, embrace it as an opportunity rather than a disadvantage. Focus on building a life that makes you truly happy, because at this stage of life, your well-being and peace of mind should be your top priority. What do you think, is staying single after 60 better, or do you believe relationships are still worth it? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more life-changing insights. See you in the next one.